Hello, welcome to Adobe Animate and the world of animation, where we are able to make objects move. Now, like anything new, it can be a little confusing. So let me just quickly run through what we have here in Adobe Animate. This area should be very familiar to you. These are tools that you will have used in Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, and they work exactly the same way here in Adobe Animate. We have what is called a stage. On a stage we put objects, and we can see these objects move. Down here we have what's called a timeline, and it is in this area that we create the animation. All over here are different features that we can use when we want to, and we'll look at some of that stuff later on. So let's jump straight in. First of all, you'll need to make sure that you have downloaded the turtle.fla file from myed and that you have set it up like this. Now, the one thing that will be a little different for you is that your frames will look like this, and we don't see enough of them. So what I will want you to do is to go to these 4 lines and click on it and select standard, and you're going to get that. Now, we've got these layers here. We've got little turtle and big turtle. I want us to hide the little turtle. So here you've got the hide column. Click on that, and so we're just left with the big turtle. Make sure that the big turtle layer is selected and go over and just click on frame 50. I want you to go up to Insert, choose Timeline, go to Frame and click it. And now you've actually created an animation. It's pretty boring, but we've got all of the same pictures all the time. So although this playhead is moving, you're not seeing any animation. So how do we animate? Well, you'll need to right click on here. And I want you to click on Create Classic Tween. Again, you're not going to see any movement, but I want you to move your playhead right to the very end. And then I want you to move your turtle from this side of the stage all the way over to the other. And what you're going to see are 3 things. You're going to see 2 dots. These are keyframes. And keyframes are very important frames because it shows us that there's been a major change in the animation. You're also going to see this nice long arrow, and that's going to indicate movement. So let's see what a classic tween looks like. And we click play, and there is some animation. Now what I'd like you to do is this: hide the big turtle, unhide the little turtle, and select the little turtle layer. Pause the video and see if you can remember how to do a classic tween and get the little turtle to move from this side of the stage to the other. If you forget, well, play the video and I will show you. So off you go. Okay, so this is how we are going to move our little turtle. We've selected this layer. We go to frame 50. We're going to go to Insert, Timeline, select Frame. You can bring your timeline back if you want, or you can leave it there. Right click, Create Classic Tween. Okay, now you must remember to move your timeline to the end and then move your little turtle from one side of the stage to the other. Let's bring our playhead back, press play, and we should see our little turtle move. Okay, good. Right. And if I was to unhide my big turtle and do the same thing again, they should both be moving at the same pace. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go and hide my little turtle. And I'm going to go and select my big turtle because I want to do something with this. You'll recall that we are using a classic tween. And what I want you to do is I want you to select all of the frames for the big turtle. So the way you do that, you just hold down your left finger and drag all the way to the end. Okay, so there we are. all of the frames have been selected for the big turtle. And up comes this thing called a classic ease. Easing is simply being able to allow that object to get quicker and slower as it goes along the timeline. So let's go and see what we can do. Again, making sure that you've selected all the frames for the big turtle. If you go and click on Classic Ease, and you've got these things here. Now go ease in, ease out. And let's go with bounce so we can see a really big change. So I've selected bounce and I'm going to press enter or return. Right, let's have a look at the difference now. There you go. So it's accelerated, deaccelerated, moved forward, moved backwards as the timeline has gone along. Again, we can always change the easing. Again, you're selecting all the frames for the big turtle. And I'm going to choose something not quite as outrageous. I'm just going to go and do that. So we should see an acceleration, a slowing, and again, it'll be easing off or getting slower here. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to press enter, return, and we're going to have both of them showing now so you can see the difference. The big turtle has easing applied to it, the little turtle hasn't. And there you go. So what I'd like you to do is to go and apply some easing to the little turtle. Again, what you'll need to make sure is that you've selected the top layer for the little turtle and that you have selected all of the frames for the little turtle. Otherwise it's not going to work. And then you can go over to your classic ease and you can go and have a play with these. Doing it one more time. Let's just do something here. Let's go and do this. Let's go and just choose that. And do remember to press return or enter. And you'll be there. Okay, so in this video we've looked at how to create a classic tween and how to use easing. In the next video we'll look at a different type of tween, and that is the motion tween. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.